Hey y'all, it's Michael. I thought I'd be sitting down and try a new setup for whatnot. And plus, y'all, someone is always mowing the lawn every single time I come out here to record. So I thought what it is. Okay, we're gonna sit down, chill, relax, grab you some coffee. I got my coffee right here. I'm doing a vlog, so you'll see it. But we went to Parlor Donuts. It's a donut place. They don't call this a pumpkin spice, they call it something else. All right, so today I thought I would do both my wrap up and my TBR, just because I feel like I don't have that much to say about the previous books, but then also in case it's a little bit short, I also want to do my TBR because I am reading a lot in October, and I have to because I'm reading 2 book club books and whatnot. So yes, also random thought. I was looking at my last wrap-up video and I'm literally wearing the exact same outfit and whatnot, okay? Exact same outfit. I kid you not. I'm not joking. The exact same outfit. I was like, bruh. Hey, at least I'm one of those people who buy my clothes and don't return it. Because I actually wear it. Let me catch up a little bit because I'm editing differently than I'm uploading differently than how I am actually reading and whatnot. So in September is actually my birthday. Yay! I am 35. But I always tell people I'm 21. But I think I might bump it up now to 25. I had a great birthday. Okay, great birthday. You're gonna see it in the vlog. Because when I tell you I was litty, I was literally, that Beyonce whiskey, bro, that Beyonce whiskey was working. So let's talk about these books. Okay, so I'm just gonna go in order the way I have them here on my Bookly app. Here we go. Okay, so the first one that I finished was The Adventures of Tom Sawyer by Mark Twain. I'm reading this so I can read Huckleberry Finn, and then I'm gonna read James. I'm gonna try to attempt to read Huckleberry Finn this month, but we'll see because all the other books that I'm reading so far are like spookier. So overall, what did I give this out of? 3 stars out of 5. This is a book that is definitely of its time, okay? And it is, yes, I'm gonna say it racist. It has a lot of, well, pause, hold on. It has a lot of rhetoric in there that we definitely don't use it nowadays, and a lot of prejudice, and I was like, bruh, that is wild to me because the antagonist being Native American, I was like, okay, we can pause it down over there, Mark. But the thing that I have a lot of questions about this book too, but the one thing that I would say is that the character of Tom is very kiddish to me. I see why people recommend this, why they read it in younger, elementary, because it does have that very just kiddish vibe to it. The shenanigans and the adventures that he goes through with his friend Huckleberry also, and his other friends, are just adventurous, fun, and there are parts in here where I was like, that's something like a kid would do. It reminded me a lot of when not the racist part, okay? When I was a little kid in the Philippines, in the mountains, just playing around, hiking up trees, going to places we shouldn't have been. That was really fun with the animals and whatnot. The thing though is, I really question why this would be taught at a there's bugs, at a younger age, because some of these words on there, I was like, yo, this is wild, because it seemed very advanced, like the syntax and the verbiage. A lot of the words I highlighted so much on my even on my Kindle. I was like, oh my god, what are these words? I know them because I'm an adult and I've been reading for a really long time, but some of the way the words, I was like, yo, this is definitely, we do not talk like this anymore. Some of the words were so, I was like, this is, to me, it felt really advanced. I mentioned rhetoric and stuff about we don't condone anymore, but that's the thing with always reading classics. You kind of have it is what it is, because you're kind of taking it, especially in the perspective of today. I'm really actually interested to see what Huckleberry Finn will do, because I want to know, because some of the adventures that they got into, I forgot that there was there's a murder, there's a full-on arc about a murder that happens, and then the the accusation and what happens after the trial. I was like, oh my god, I forgot all about this, because the most famous thing that in my opinion, okay, in my in my opinion, that Tom Sawyer's mainly remembered for is the painting scene with the fence. So I was like, I forgot all about this other stuff on it. So yeah, it's one of those things where now I can say that I have read it. All right, the next book that I finished is The Safekeep by Jarl van der Wooden. I was reading this for the Man Booker long list. It didn't make the short list. And I still, if you look at the similar video before this, the similar wrap up, I feel the same way as if when I finished it. I gave this, what is this? 2.5 out of 5 stars. I think it's literally in the middle. I really wasn't grooving with the writing style, and while I guess it might be a, okay, I don't know if it's a if it's saying if it's a spoiler or not, but there is a twist, and I'm not gonna lie, the twist is completely good. Like, it is actually a good twist, because for me, a good twist is like you reconceptualize the whole novel, like everything that you've been reading for the past few 100 pages or so, that it completely goes 180. And I thought that when the twist was revealed, it was completely that. But to me, I feel as though that the journey to get to this twist isn't worth it. And so at the end, I was just feeling so about it. I just couldn't get over the writing style, and it just wasn't really, I just wasn't really vibing with it. So yeah, there's that. What else did I read? Let me see. I thought I read more than that. Okay, well, so the other one that I finished, and I just started the series, is Misborn by Brandon Sanderson. I'm not gonna lie, y'all, this was such a fun book, a fun, adventurous read. I can definitely see why people really enjoy this, because it is such a cool, action-packed world. This is about, it's a high fantasy novel. This is the start of the series. I think there's like, I looked it up to see how to read the Cosmere, and there's a lot of videos about that, so I thought the Misborn one would be good to start off with. I'm going through this very slowly. I'm not gonna like try to read a novel a month, but we'll see how that goes. So the story is about Vin, who is like a petty thief, a scammer essentially. No, just joking. But she gets recruited into this guild helmed by Kelsier, and she gets introduced into this thing about being a Misborn. And so in this world, it's so hard to like not give spoilers to this, because there's so many spoilers, like just even saying what's going to happen, is that the Emperor, he's in control of everything. And in this world, there is like a mist that comes at night. See, that's the thing, I don't know a lot of what's going to happen later on. And there are these allomancers who basically people who can control metals, and each metal has give them essentially superpowers. But there are these people called Misborns who can control more than one of the elements. And I think that is like the coolest part of this novel, is the world building. It is so cool. The concept of them ingesting these metals and getting powers, and then the way it's described as they're using it, I completely got it, and it was so cool visualizing it in my head. That was the coolest part. Like, I fully visualized the way that, like, it was like, to me, when I was looking at, okay, you can't see it, but my eyes are closed right now. When I was looking at it, it's like the action, the camera was moving, and I was just like, oh, this is so cool. The way that they push and pull against metals, and that's how they like travel. I was like, this idea is so cool, and I see why people really love it, because just the world building is incredible. I was like, you have something in your hand, sir. It is incredible. The one thing that I would say left for me to be desired was, I wish there was more to the writing. It felt very, not a knock on young adult, because, you know, I love young adult. I'm part of a young adult book club, but it read like that. Like, it didn't really give like the ambiance of it all. It just felt very, and there was nothing, like, it was very, this is an example of a story, for me anyways, I felt like it was really telling and not showing. But the telling really worked, because since a lot of the concepts were like a little bit complex, I guess you could say, and I thought that was really good, because the telling was able to show the world. I just wish that there was more like descriptions of the world, or like the writing was a little bit more complex, like the syntax and whatnot. But overall, I really enjoyed it. I'm really excited to read the next novel, because I think it's going to be just like, after the ending, I was like, okay, what is going to happen? Like, wow. I was like, this book I kept wanting to read. Like, it has a propellant. It just like propels you as the reader to keep going and going and going. And I just thought it was like a really cool, fun adventure book. It's like a great like summer blockbuster. That's how I felt about it. I thought it was just really fun, and I had a good time reading it. So next, let's talk about the books that I am hoping to read for October, TBR wise. Okay, so first off, the video after this, I actually did a vlog of doing like a little book haul from the library. You'll see it all in there. The thing though is, it kind of got switched up because of the way that some of the books, because I'm not gonna lie, I went back to the library and I was like, you know what, let me get this book too. I know, trash. All right, so the first book is, I'm gonna talk about two book club books that I am reading. Y'all, let me tell you, okay, I gotta tell you about this too, okay, because I'll let y'all know. Okay, so the first book club book that we're reading for Read So Lit to celebrate Black History Month in the UK is The Secret Diaries of Charles Ignatius Sancho by Patterson Joseph. So I should film a video about like some of my controversial book thoughts, because one of them is, I actually think the Kindle, the e-reader, is better for reading books than the physical book. I know some of y'all are be like, unsubscribe, because I've generally, y'all, it's been over about a year now since I purchased my Kindle Scribe, and I'm not gonna lie, I prefer reading on there than physical book. I got this from the library, but I also bought I bought the Kindle version of it too, so I can highlight and write on it. I know, but y'all, it's just everything about that. The Kindle just makes it. I'm not gonna lie, me as a person who takes notes for like the book club book and whatnot, being able to do that on my Kindle Scribe is so easy. Like, it's the way I can look up the notes and like what I highlighted, and it'll tell me everything. If I highlight the word leaves and I can look it up, it shows me every single time I highlight the word leave. I was like, oh my God, that is amazing. Even with like character names, it can do it. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is like incredible. Like, I can put all my notes together in my head. But anyways, so we're reading this. It's so far, I see, this is how you know. I just got this from the library so I can show y'all. Because I have the I have also, since I'm mainly reading it on my Kindle, it has some nice oh, the end paper is really pretty. I just started on it, but so far I'm really enjoying it. I don't want to give like the synopsis. It seems like we're following Sancho, who is who's formerly enslaved, and then someone, I'm assuming someone from where I'm at, he gets recruited or something. I don't know. Okay, so we'll see how this goes, but yeah, so far I'm enjoying it. The other book that I am reading for book club, and this is a perfect example why I'm reading it on my Kindle. I know, because we're doing a read along for Les Miserables by Victor Hugo. This one is translated by Christine Donuer. And I was able to find, I believe it's the same edition, like it's the same translation, same everything on the Kindle version, so that's what I got. And this is a perfect example of why I am choosing to read that on my Kindle, because y'all, come on now, this book is freaking huge. It is over 1,000 pages. This edition is like 1,416 pages. Now you're probably thinking, Michael, why do you have the Kindle version and also this version? Well, that's also because there are notes in here and whatnot, and I am one of those people, I will look up the notes. So having the notes on here is a little bit better because I can just go flip back and forth and whatnot. And so I feel like that would be easier. You can also do it in the Kindle also. Like, I mean, I haven't cracked that open yet because y'all, I am behind. Okay, don't fault me for it. Okay. I am behind. Join us for a read along. Dee has set up a like a reading schedule, so you can see what page and whatnot you're supposed to be on for every week. So come and join us. So this one will be for October. right here. And then this one will be for November. Okay, so let me show you a book that I am currently reading also, and I think it is excellent. I am enjoying it so much, which is My Soul to Keep by Tananarive Due. I went into this thinking it was a vampire book because it has a quote on here from Stephen King that says, "An airy epic bears favorable comparison to Interview with the Vampire." I love this novel. They're not vampires in the sense that you would think of it, but this book is so good. I'm loving this so much. It's about Jessica, who is married to DeWitt. And so this is almost like a love story in a way, but it's really not, because DeWitt has a secret. Let me see what... Okay, it says on here that DeWitt is an immortal whose ancient thirst for wisdom leads him to break his first commandment of his kind, not to fall in love. Ooh, I'm like a little bit halfway through, and I can give some definitive thoughts about this. First off, Tananarive Due, I feel like her writing in this is so strong. This is a writer I could feel like where every sentence was meaningful. Like, it's just not like, we're not pussyfooting around. Like, you have this story, you plotted this out, you know what you need to say in here to lead to this, because everything that it's leading into, I was like, oh my god, this is so good. First off, you could tell this was definitely from what, the 90s, 80s. But other than that, it feels so... Okay, this is 1992. Okay, it's 1992. Yeah, you could definitely tell this was from the 90s, because like Blockbuster, VCH, like what's that? And the other book that I got right here is Bullet. Move out the way, buddy. Wanna say hi? Okay, this is Bullet right here. I don't know if you can see him. But I did pick up Interview with the Vampire by Anne Rice, just because this was mentioning it, and so I decided to pick this up. I'm excited to see how it is. I also want to read this so that way I can watch the show, because I think it is on Shudder. I'll have to see, or AMC. It's one of them. I think, yeah, or Netflix. It's one of them. So I'm excited to read it, and I just got this little. I got this little thing from the library. So yeah, that's about it for right now for October. I'm hoping to catch up and whatnot, and be able to read all of these soon. That's my plans. Reading-wise going into October. If you read any of those books, please let me know. I would love to hear your thoughts. Well, life is good. Let me just say that. Life is good. So yeah, until then, I'll see you guys till next time. Bye!